Hey, what's up? This is Goldie MrsPerfect. Oh, yes, she's so perfect. And my face is bare right now. I'm about to do a makeup tutorial. I'm going to be using Revlon Color Stay for 24 hours. I always get shades that is darker than my complexion. Just because they never have my actual shade. And then I look like a ghost. Don't look like a ghost. That's the goal. I'm also going to be using for my eyes this Absolute New York primer before I do my eyebrows. I'm going to use this Envy by Kiss for my brow tinting. My concealer is Natural by LA Pro. This brush, I do not know what it's called, but it's fucking amazing. It's a lifesaver. It's so soft, really soft. That's what I use to put on my foundation. I use this brush. I don't know what it's called, but I put a little glitter, shimmy, shimmy action. And this is what I blend out my face with. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I do is I go ahead and do my eyebrows and get those out the way. I already have my eyelashes on, but if I didn't, I actually like to put my eyelashes on before I do my makeup. So this is what the brush looks like for brow tinting. And I've had this for a little while, but a little bit goes a long while. So I typically would straighten this part out and then just like stick it in and get a little teeny bit on it. So I outlined the bottom. What the hell are you eating?
Popcorn.
Is this a movie for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I go and I do the other side. Oh, don't mind me. That's Bae in the background. She's like that annoying fucking fly. I'm sorry, babes.
That's how you feel?
Just when you keep smacking them chips in my ear.
You didn't feed me this morning, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I felt.
Look at God. Won't he do it? Alright, so now I'm going to fill in. Is this camera bright enough? I think so. Or do I look like?
She got issues.
Oh my God. Yeah, so what I do is I put some on it and then I blend them in. And then I use the back of it to brush them out so it doesn't look clumpy. And never brush down the tail part. You can have that part actually thick because the concealer is going to clean it up afterwards. Same thing with the other side.
I need to go get my eyebrow cleaned.
You want me to help you?
Mm-hmm. You know how to do it?
Yeah, with a tweezer. Can you take the pain?
No.
Oh, that's how I clean mine up.
Them Chinese people do it at one time. Just
Yeah, but they don't get the hairs below the
pain
skin.
is over with.
It doesn't last as long. And same thing on this side. Just brushing it out to make sure that it's even. And you don't have to worry too much because if they're not exact perfect, then when you put your concealer on, you can make them look perfect. Like my right eyebrow is my good one, and my left one is like, Do you have a favorite eyebrow, babes? You have a favorite eyebrow? Which one?
Yours.
Aww. Is it getting closer to 12 o'clock? She's such not a morning person. I like her better after 12. Oh, this is the brush that I use. Mine is pretty much used a lot because I love it. I got it from MAC originally. Yeah, it's not such a MAC brush now. I'm gonna put a little bit eye primer on my eye before I actually put on my concealer so it can stay in its spot. And I just rub it around with my finger. And this is actually good too for when I put my eyeshadow on afterwards. All right, so back to the concealer. And this again, this is Pro Concealer by LA Girl. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. You don't need your eyebrows to look pale. You're not wrong.
I want to try MAC Pro.
MAC Pro Concealer? I've never tried it. I mean, there's some concealer that is just like really sucks. And then there's some that... I always thought this one is good. I've had a lot of brands that are trash. Like they're too watery. Oh, you see, that's the favorite one. Let's fix this one now.
When you do it, like one always come out perfect than the other.
Yeah, my right eyebrow is always my good one. I think my arch is better on this side. That's probably why.
I'm saying in general, it's like for everybody. When I do my shit, it's always look like that as well.
Oh, really?
It's like the right one always look perfect than the left one.
She's trying to give me confidence boost, I guess.
It's the truth.
Is it getting darker in here? I think so, babes.
Is it? You want me to turn the light on?
I think so. Yeah, turn the light on.
Then it's gonna look like Jesus is about to come.
Jesus! Go ahead, let me see.
You see the light.
Let me see. Jesus!
See, told you.
Oh.
Can you change like the angle? The front angle? Really?
I did that, you guys. I did. Okay.
Better?
No?
You could work with it?
Possibly. We're gonna make it work today. This is just the first tutorial of many that we'll have. Yeah. So, alright, that's what I do with my concealer. Then I just blend it in a little bit.
Babe, I'm cold.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Then I blend it in just a little bit because my foundation is actually going to correct everything else. So again, this is Revlon Color Stay for 24 hours. And the color that I have is Caramel. Caramel is darker.
Get that caramel.
Caramel is darker than my skin complexion. But again, I always say I go up. I go up a shade or two when I actually put foundation on, because when I highlight my face, I go lighter and it all blends in well at the end. All right, so I don't know what this brush is called.
It should be in front of it, babe. It's like Magic something.
Oh.
There you go.
Magic Collection. No, I don't know what the brush is called. Like, what kind of brush?
Know, like,
I don't know, but this is Magic Collection, and she's kind of rude. She's like really rude.
The ones that I have, it comes with all 3 of them.
So you see how darker this is in my complexion? I'm kind of like reddish, palish. They don't make my makeup. So I always mix 2 colors in the summertime. In the wintertime, I just go a shade up, and that's it. So
you're still beautiful, babe.
Oh, I thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're so amazing when you're nice.
Really?
Yeah. This brush is so great for like...
It is. Remember you told me about it and I had to go get it?
Yeah. You listened. So proud of you, babes.
Can't stand you sometimes.
Huh?
I can't stand you sometimes.
See?
Just sometimes.
Did you just go from... Never mind. Never mind. Can't... When I feed her, she'll be a lot happier in a minute. But we gotta get this out of the way. So, what I do is I just put the concealer on. I mean, not the concealer, the foundation all over my face. And this brush is really good, so you don't... It stays in... Yeah, it doesn't go in the areas that you don't want it to. And especially if you have eyelashes on already. It doesn't mess up. All right, so when I'm putting foundation on my brush, because you can't tell, I'm only putting a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Do not cake makeup on your face. This is more of a natural look. So again, over this eyebrow, below the eyebrow, on top of the eyelid. And just, oh, do not forget your neck. Makeup goes on your neck as well. Don't let anybody ever tell you that it doesn't, because you look like 3 different shades, and that's very tacky. So make sure you blend on your neck. And I put a little bit behind my ears. And I'm more of a person, as the day goes on, I always feel like makeup looks better. I never really like it when I first do it. All right, so foundation is on. Okay. Just a little bit. I use foundation. Some people don't. I use foundation because I like to cover up my freckles. And it's a little bit darker in here before, so you really couldn't see it. But I hate my freckles, so I
They're beautiful.
Thanks, babes.
You're welcome.
So amazing. When she wants to be. But yeah, so I cover them up with foundation. Some people use powder. I use liquid foundation. Again, I'm just going back in and making sure the ends of my eyebrows are filled in properly. Okay. Again, I will clean up everything that's not supposed to be how it is afterwards. Let's put this back. All right, so this comes with a little dramatic and natural. I don't use the little guide. I'm sure you can. But yeah, my eyebrows are pretty thick already, so I just fill them in. All right, so next step is taking your same concealer that you used, and I'm going to highlight my face. I'm going to put a little bit on the bridge of my nose, a little bit in the middle of my forehead, just a little bit. Do not put a lot, because you will look like a ghost.
Clown.
A clown. Yes, that's exactly what they look like. Clowns? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And okay, so that's all you need. Take my sponge, my favorite sponge, and I blend when you are blending, make sure that you're only patting and not smudging. See, I blended my chin. And then you blend under your nose to contour. And definitely the shades matter, because that's the difference between you looking like a ghost and your face just being highlighted properly. So that's why it don't matter like going up a shade for my skin tone, because I don't want my skin to look powdery, ghostish. And this part is for my nose. And then forehead. Alright, so when people actually highlight their forehead, it's supposed to take away from them having a big forehead. But I don't have a big forehead, so I can't really highlight a really big area. And that's the same thing as the nose. You highlight your nose, and with the concealer, once you finish contouring it, it makes your nose look more slimmer. You do it under your eyes and make sure that you get into the creases. All right, next side, and that'll be it. The more that you actually do your makeup, the process will be a lot quicker. At first, it used to take me about 20 minutes. Now, not today. But typically, if I need to rush somewhere, I can get it done really fast. Probably about 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so here goes another one that I'm actually using. This is HD Flawless Setting Powder by Absolute New York. And it's Banana Lightning. Yeah, so I do not use a lot of this. This is another way that a lot of females go wrong. I just tap out a little bit on the top of my cup. That's it. And I get this brush. I don't know what it's called. This thingy. Then I put a little bit like that. And I just put setting powder on the areas. I know girls that actually cake on setting powder and then they leave it there so their face can bake. And they come out looking like cakes. I don't do that. There's no reason to keep it on for that long. So I just put it on like regular powder, because I just want the areas that I actually highlighted on my face to stay in the spot. So then I come back and then I blend it in to get any excess powder off my face that's left over. Okay. And that's it.
Beautiful.
Oh, why, thank you. All right, so the last step is I am going to contour it with my darker shade. And I use Contour Duo by Nick Ack. What does that say? Nick Ack, New York? Nick Ack, New York. And I use the lighter shade. So this is the darker one, and then I use the lighter one of the two. In the summertime, I will mix both of them together to get a perfect shade that I want. But I go in and I start highlighting. I put some on my cheek, some for my jawbone, then the other cheek, next jawbone, foreheads, and put some dots, and you put one over here also. And then you put some on the side of your nose. Okay. Oh, yep. That is how that goes. So now this brush has been through so much, but it helps me so much. Yeah. So this is my feather brush, and I just go and I blend it. Remember, you're blending, you're not pushing down on it, so it's just a brushing motion. You're not eating anymore, babes? Are you trying to save your appetite for this omelet? It's gonna be so moist, so delicious. Really yummy, right?
Yes.
Yum, yum, yum,
When
yum,
you
yum.
make it.
She loves my cooking. So amazing. So that's all I'm doing is I'm blending. And make sure when you're blending your cheek that you're all coming down to the corner of your mouth. Just like down here, make sure that you're blending it all the way out to your chin. And then sometimes when I blend, I always go back some to make sure, because it looks okay sometimes, and then if you could see it in another light angle, it won't look so amazing. So all I'm doing now is blending, blending, blending. Amazing. All right. And then I'm gonna blend my nose with my finger. And then back with this brush. And I go around my mouth because you have to blend everywhere. And back at my forehead, just to make sure that powder area is being blended in, so you don't have like all these extra shades and you don't look like a drag queen, because when people contour their face sometimes they look kind of draggish because they're not blending. All right, so Broadway Powder Contour Kit. This is what this is. This is what this used to be, because I've used it. But that right there in the corner, that gold, that's what I use to put the glitter highlight on my cheekbones and on my chin and on the bridge of my nose and on my forehead. So I just lightly brush it. All right, this little brush, this is not big enough to blend when you're contouring your normal face. I don't think it's strong enough. I think that's what people go wrong with when they try to contour their face with little brushes. Go big. Get the bigger one. That's what you have to do. So I put a little bit on my chin, the other cheekbone, my forehead. That's when people see you, like, oh, it's a star. Yes, here I go. Don't judge me.
You got issues.
And some on your nose. And that's it. All right. So I am going to show you what I do with my eyebrows. This is L'Oreal's Paradise Enchanted Scented Eyeshadow. I've never smelled it. And I never actually read this until just now. But that's what it looks like. It's fucking amazing. On the back, it actually has color palettes and like pretty much a tutorial on the back part. So if you didn't know what shades to put where to actually get the kind of eyeshadow that you wanted, you can go and look on the back and they'll show you everything. This is amazing. I love this. So what I do is I use two different brushes. I don't know the names. I just know how to do my makeup. So I actually use this little one and then I use this fatter brush. Do you see the difference? All right, those are the two that I use. So I'm gonna want to make my eyes, okay, it's called Entrancing Flame. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so it says for one, your brow bone to use, nope, I lied. I'm not doing that one, it's too complicated right now. Too complicated. I'm gonna use Once Upon a Time, okay? So all over my lid is said to use number 3. So that's what I'm gonna do. This one right here is number 3. So remember, you do a little swirly action and then knock off the extra all over your lid. Your lid, not the whole thing. So when I put on my eyeshadow, I always put it in a swirly motion. And then you can go back and get just a little bit more and do it again. Your lid is the lower part of your eye, not the top. Do not put it all over your eye. And I'm gonna do the same thing. And this is really dope, so you don't get any powder on your eyelashes. Some people like to leave this step for the ending. I don't have a problem with it, so I just do it while I am. All right, so it says the next one I'm gonna use is 10 on the outer half. 10 is this one right here. So I'm gonna do the same thing. The shades are not that much of a difference that I don't need to clean my brush in between. And I'm just gonna do the outside part of my eye. Still blending in a circular motion. And knocking off all the extra. Again on the other side. And make sure you have a light hand when you're doing this. You do not want to cake the powder in there. And the eye primer helps a lot because it helps it stay in the spot that it needs to and last a lot longer. Okay. Now I am going to take number 11 and outer corner crease. Okay, so this is number 11 right here. That is when I'm going to use my bigger brush. When I use my creases, I always use a bigger brush. You see the difference? Yeah, so I'm going to use this one. Same thing. So what I'm going to do is start from here in a swirly motion and then bring it back and forth over the crease. That is gonna help blend everything that's extra. Same thing, swirly motion in the corner and back and forth over the crease. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. You don't need a lot of this. I only actually go into it one time for this. Swirly motion, back and forth on the crease. Swirly motion, back and forth on a crease. If you wanted to have a more boom eye, then yeah. Alright, so that is for my eyeshadow. Now, all that is left is for me to spray. This is called Spritz to Fix. This is if your makeup is not all in one consistency, you spritz it. This is a matte one. I hate the dewy one because I don't need my skin to be looking oily, so I use this matte one. Spray it, put your hair back, or your fro. And let it dry. Okay. And when it dries, wait, I gotta put my earrings in. I feel a lot better when I have my earrings in.
Do not break my screen.
Calm down. It's not gonna break. You got insurance on your phone?
worry about it.
She don't want to tell me she got insurance. I'm ticklish. Stop. Don't do that.
Really?
Yeah.
You're annoying.
Whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I would typically like outline underneath my eyes with eyeliner, which I don't feel like doing right now. But I'll do it just because. And that's the last step. You do not put eyeliner on before you spray your face because it will run. So this is Luxury Eye Crayon. It's really dope. Luxury Eye Crayon. See how big it is? That's really fat. And I just... outline under my eyes and use a really soft use a nice little soft hand. My eyes run a lot, so I don't mind missing a step. I lied. Actually, this is the last step right here. So, where is it? Thanks. I don't know what's that. I don't know what's that. But we're going to use this mascara. It is a Curl Volume by Nick New York. I don't typically like this one. But if I put on black eyeliner down here, I go and put some mascara on. And that is the finished look. Oh. Yes. You see that face? Yes. Hold on, let me get you in a better light. Oh, that's not my light. That's not my light.
There you go.
See, it's not too much. I still contoured my face, but I don't look like a drag queen. Subscribe to my channel, Goldie MrsPerfect. Ooh, she's so perfect. Yes.